96.5 The Fox, Bismarck Mandan's classic rock station with free beer, hot wings every weekday morning. My name is Matt Bingham, joined in studio by a very special guest, the second overall pick from the NFL draft, Carson Wentz. Carson, welcome back to Bismarck.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Now, you've been in North Dakota for a few days now because you had an autograph signing and kind of speaking engagement set to Shields in Fargo and Bismarck. What was it like coming back to going back to stores that you frequented in your younger years, and now there's like lines of people there waiting for you?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You know, both events went awesome. Shields did a tremendous job, but it's been very humbling, you know, to see that many people are lining up to come see me. I feel like I'm just another kid who grew up down the street, you know. So I'm very blessed and very fortunate, and it was really cool just to see a number of fans and really a lot of kids there out to support me and put some big smiles on their faces.
I heard you were at the Community Bowl in Bismarck too, throwing some balls to some kids too.
Yeah, man, you can't go anywhere around here anymore. No, yeah, I was out there throwing to some high school receivers and everything, getting some good work for me, and I think they enjoyed it too. So it's been fun.
How awesome is it to be the second overall pick in the NFL draft? You're going to play for the Philadelphia Eagles, and then you come back to your hometown, and people are just, I mean, you got spotted, and no joke, as I'm on Facebook before we do this, a friend of mine saw you at PetSmart taking a selfie with your dog. Like, you literally can't go anywhere now.
That did just happen, yeah. It's kind of crazy. Again, it's very humbling, and to realize I was just a kid just the other day, it seems, growing up down the road. But it's very humbling. I'm very fortunate, and I'm trying to make the most of these opportunities.
Now, what does it mean to you to not only be the highest draft pick ever from a non-FBS school, but also now you're obviously the highest NFL draft pick from the state of North Dakota? You're kind of the, I don't want to say the golden child, but you're North Dakota's favorite son at this point.
Yeah, you know, I'm very blessed, very thankful. Obviously, it's a tall task, and I'm just ready to make the most of it and hopefully continue. Obviously, North Dakota State, the program itself has put North Dakota on the map, but I just want to keep pounding that point home that North Dakota can produce talent, and you know, I'm really excited to do that.
Tell me a little bit about your emotions leading up to the draft. Now, in the beginning, they were talking about you being a second-round pick, maybe late first-round pick. Yep. All of a sudden, you lead the Bison to the national championship. You have a great Senior Bowl showing. People start talking about the fact that, well, this guy could go top 10, top 5. What were your emotions leading up to that?
Yeah, you know, I was very focused. You know, there's so many things going on. You're always traveling, always working out. For me, it was easy to just block out all the noise. You know, I was just focused one day at a time and getting better, getting ready for each event, you know, the Senior Bowl, the Combine, and then Pro Day. And all those things went really well. And to be honest, I didn't have cable really throughout the process, so I was just kind of ignoring a lot of things people were saying. I knew all along what I was capable of doing. I just had to go out and show that. And I think throughout the process, it went really well, and it was a great experience. But I was also glad it was over and to finally know where home was going to be now.
Now, after the Rams traded up for the first overall pick, the Eagles go and they get the second overall pick. Did you know at that point that you were going to go one of two places?
Pretty much. You know, I think, you know, between Jared Goff and myself, we have the same agent, so we were kind of in the know quite a bit. So we had a pretty good hunch. You know, the Eagles weren't really denying it either, so we both kind of knew it was going to be us 1 and 2. So that was pretty crazy to see both teams trade up from 15, and then, you know, the Eagles started at pick 13, moved up to 8, and then moved all the way up to 2. Very humbling to know that teams are trying to move up that much just to get you. So it was an awesome experience.
Were you nervous at all about the possibility of slipping in the draft? I mean, everybody looks back at the video of, like, Aaron Rodgers. They talk about him and Alex Smith could go number 1 overall, and then Rodgers slips to 23, 25, somewhere like that, and they just keep showing him in the green room, sitting there by himself. Were you nervous at all that could be you?
You know, I really wasn't, because at that point, I kind of knew. I kind of knew it was going to be 1 or 2. You know, throughout the process, I was like, I don't know about the draft. You know, I want to feel confident. I also wanted to be at home with family, but I was able to bring my family there and to kind of enjoy a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And obviously, once the Eagles made that trade up, had a pretty good feeling there's going to be no sitting in the green room for too long. So that was also I was very fortunate in that regard as well.
Speaking of wanting to be back home, how did it feel knowing that there was a bunch of people at the Community Bowl watching it on the big screen?
That was awesome. I was so fired up when I heard that ESPN was going there to record it and everything. I heard it was just an awesome turnout. I saw some of the videos of the reactions and everything. It just kind of I'm getting chills right now just talking about it, because the support that I've gotten from this state is just unbelievable. I couldn't be more thankful for it.
How do you think growing up in a city like Bismarck, in a state like North Dakota, has kind of prepared you for this next level in your career?
Yeah, you know, I think North Dakota people, just nice, kind people, and just the hard work mentality. You know, that goes a long way, and that's something we carried on at North Dakota State. Kind of just the blue-collar work ethic, and I think it's, you know, you get what you put in. You know, you earn everything. Nothing's given to you around here, and that's kind of the mindset I've taken throughout my whole life, and that I'll continue to take to the next level, and hopefully make me the best player I can be.
Let's talk about the next phase. You're currently in the middle of your rookie offseason. You recently went out to San Diego with some of your teammates, including quarterback Sam Bradford and Chase Daniels. How did that go, meeting up with those guys and then having the receivers out there too?
It went great. You know, it was a really good turnout for some of the guys, and it was just awesome to be around them in an off-the-field setting like that, and then also to get some good quality work in the offseason, especially for me being a young guy. You know, getting the timing down and everything is crucial, and it was a really good experience with those guys. Had a good time working out. You know, overall it was very positive.
How much have they helped you so far, Sam Bradford and Chase Daniels, in your transition to the NFL? Because, I mean, Sam Bradford's the #1 overall pick. Chase Daniels has been in the league out of Mizzou for quite some time.
Yeah, no, they've both been great. You know, between those two and then some of the coaches and everything, it's been an unbelievable place for me to come in and learn. Sam and Chase have been tremendous help. Obviously, Chase has been in the offense for a while, so he's almost like another coach, another you know, another guy just to learn from. And Sam's been tremendous too. He's played under a number of coaches, learned a lot, and they've both just been really good helping me.
Now, due to the fact that the Eagles already have 2 quarterbacks on their roster, there's a chance that you might not see any snaps in the regular season. How tough is that for you, even though you know that it's important for your growth?
Yeah, you know, for one, I've dealt with it before at North Dakota State. You know, I was the backup for 2 years, redshirted 1 year, so I've been there before. As a competitor, you want to be on the field, but at the end of the day, all that really matters is if we're winning ball games. So I know when my number's called, I'll be ready. It's just, you know, time will tell, and we'll see how that all plays out.
What do you hope to accomplish in your rookie season with the Eagles?
It's hard to say on a personal level, but as a team, you know, I want to win. You know, just like I was at NDSU, all that mattered was winning ball games, and you know, that's what's important to the guys in that locker room too. So I want to do everything I can possibly to help the team win and help the team get better. And like I mentioned earlier, I'll be ready whenever my number's called.
Now, you'll actually start the preseason against the #1 overall pick from last year, Jameis Winston.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting to see you two on the field at the same time, preseason week 1.
Yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to just this whole career. Guys you've watched on TV since you were a kid, guys you've kind of wanted to be like. Now I'm going to be playing those guys, facing those guys, going against them. It's really cool, and it's kind of just part of the journey.
Are you nervous at all about, say, seeing, I don't know, J.J. Watt or DeMarcus Ware lining up on the other side of the ball, bearing down on you?
You can't get nervous. You know, you can't get nervous about those things because you also got some big boys in front of you protecting your butt. So, you know, I think it's really cool to know that you're playing at that level with some elite competition, really the best players in the world. So it's really humbling, and it's going to be fun, I'll tell you that much.
How cool was it to see some of your other NDSU teammates not only get drafted but get signed as undrafted rookies once the draft was over?
Yeah, it's been really special to see that, especially our rookie class, our graduating class. You know, came in with a bunch of those guys. A lot of them are some of my best friends. Still talk like every day to see how things are going and everything. It's just really cool to see that North Dakota State can produce NFL talent, not just produce at the FCS level. So it's really special.
Now let's talk about something that isn't really football related. You had your first kind of run-in with being a celebrity when you tweeted out the fact that you got stuck in a New Jersey bathroom, and it was very cryptic. I'm kind of curious what exactly happened in the bathroom.
It's kind of a long story, but long story short, I got locked in because there was no door handle and the latch still was stuck. So it was faulty equipment. It wasn't my fault, but it's still a funny experience. And about 10, 15 minutes later, I finally got out of there with the help of some guys. But it's a pretty funny story. I kind of left the tweet open-ended so I could see what kind of remarks people would make. I thought it was a pretty funny deal.
It was interesting to see, you know, after all the coverage you got for the draft, the first thing that people start writing is, you know, Deadspin and Bleacher Report. All these guys have the fact that you got stuck in a bathroom.
Yeah, you know, that's all. I didn't think it would take off quite like that. When I made it, I'm like, I think this is just a funny tweet, you know, show a little lighter side of me. But, you know, they ran with it and made it into something that obviously was well written about, that's for sure.
Well, we're going to have you back here in a few weeks. You've got a pretty big announcement for fans in Bismarck-Mandan, so we'll have that video here in just a little bit. But before you go, do you have anything you want to say to the fans of Bismarck-Mandan while you're still in town before you head to training camp out in Philly?
You know, I just think it's really special for me being back here and just seeing all the support. Going to NDSU, you know, the fan support's been unbelievable there, and knowing that really this whole state of crazy fans is coming with me out to Philadelphia and supporting me in that way. I'm just very blessed, and I just got to just give a big shout out to all of them.
Carson Wentz, the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, second overall pick. Thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you again in a few weeks.
Thanks for having me.